If you're physical tired, but even more emotionally drained, I want you to know today that you are not alone. You are not just tired, but you are carrying an emotional load. You are carrying an emotional load. And I think that this is something that few people want to talk about, the emotional load that you can carry as a mom. And today I desire to unpack what that emotional load is, what that emotional weight is, and where it comes from, where the emotional load comes from, and how to find rest for your soul. How to find rest for your soul. Hi, I'm Felicia Barr. I am a time management coach for the faith-filled Christian moms and the creator of the Blissful Mom Blueprint. I help you to align your time with God's peace, His presence, and priorities so that you can stop running on empty and really start living with grace and with rhythm. Start living with grace and with rhythm. So let's talk about what is the emotional load. What is the emotional load? The emotional load is the invisible mental stress. The invisible mental stress. Let's talk about that to-do list that's always plaguing our minds, that's always on our mind, that to-do list that we carry constantly, remembering all of the appointments and what we're going to fix for dinner, the meal prep, and the school reminders, and the appointments for our family members, our children, and also constantly being on our mind, the emotional need of others, not to mention our emotional needs, but the emotional needs of others, the emotional needs of our children, the emotional needs of our spouse. It's that mental overload. Even if we are just sitting still, doing nothing, our minds are still racing. They're never at rest. Our minds are still racing. They're never at rest. Unlike the physical tasks that we have to do, we can't take a rest and just stop from the physical task. But that mental overload, that emotional overload, it's like our minds are never at rest. Our minds are never they're never at rest. The emotional load of being a mom, and while we are so exhausted all the time, these are some reasons why we are constantly exhausted. So number two is I want to share with you why it's so exhausting. It is so exhausting because we're dealing with it's emotional exhaustion, it's spiritual exhaustion, it's mental and relational fatigue. All of these things that we are trying to uphold and we are trying to upkeep is it causes great fatigue. It causes great emotional overload and fatigue. And it's not like I said earlier, it's not just about doing tasks, but we're dealing with emotions. We're dealing with our emotions. We're dealing with managing other emotions, the emotions of our children, and the emotions of others. So it's not just your needs, but it's constantly anticipating. It's constantly anticipating and solving problems of others. It's constantly solving problems of others, trying to meet and help the emotional need of others as well. And a lot of times when we get to this point of overload, when we get to this point of emotional exhaustion, a lot of times we can feel like that we're lazy, or we may feel like that we're not strong enough. Have any of you ever felt like and have said to yourself, I'm just not strong enough. I need to get stronger. We talk to ourselves and say, we're weak. We need to get stronger in this area and that area, because I shouldn't be feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and feeling this emotional exhaustion. But that is not true. So I don't feel that way. Don't think that way. Don't feel that way. The truth of the matter is just that you're maxed out. You are maxed out, and it is okay. It's normal to feel that way. It's okay. It is just time to get realigned. It's just time to get realigned. It's time to get renewed. It's time to get refreshed. It's time to get revived. So let's dive into number 3. What can you do when you have maxed out, when you are overwhelmed emotionally and stressed out emotionally and burdened emotionally? Then what can you do? What can you do? Number 1 is, this is very important. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore that you're emotionally on overload. You are emotionally on overload, and you are emotionally exhausted. Identify that you are. Identify the load. Write it down. Verbally speak it. Acknowledge it, that you are on emotional overload, and that you're there. And it's okay that you are there. Once you identify that this is where you are, you have acknowledged it. Now it's time to pray and ask God to help you to release the pressure. Ask God, pray, and ask Him, Lord, I'm here. I'm at the state of emotional overload and overwhelm. I am mentally tired. I am mentally drained. Pray and ask God to help me to release the pressure. Help you to release the pressure, and give yourself. A lot of times we don't give ourselves permission to rest and permission to release, but give yourself permission when you are feeling the emotional pressure and the emotional stress. Give yourself permission to release, and give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself permission to release, and give yourself permission to rest. And the third thing is to invite God in. Again, invite God into the situation. Ask Him to carry. Remember, He is the burden barrier. He is the burden barrier. Ask Him to help you to ask Him to carry what you are holding on to. Ask Him to carry what you are holding on to. I think we're good at trying to hold on to things and trying to fix things and trying to just do everything and fix everything. We have someone. We don't have to carry our burdens, because we have a burden bearer. And He told us to cast. In Psalms 55:22, He said, cast your burdens. He said, cast your cares, those emotional cares, those cares and those situations that you are trying to carry emotionally, the emotional stress and strain that you're trying to carry when it comes to your children or your family or your spouse. The word says to cast your burdens, cast your cares, cast your anxieties upon the Lord. He never meant for us to carry all of these anxiety. He said, cast your cares upon the Lord. And he said, he will sustain you. He will sustain us. He will keep us. He is the one that lifts. He lifts our burdens. He lifts our burdens. He carries our burdens. He is our supporter. He is our uplifter. Also in Isaiah 64:14, when we cast our cares upon the Lord, he said he works for those who waits for him. He works on our behalf. And we are casting our cares, our anxieties, those emotional cares and concerns that we are trying to carry upon the Lord. He said that if we would cast those cares, and if we will wait on him. When we're waiting, we're trusting. When we're waiting, we're believing. When we're waiting, we are waiting in expectation that he is going to come through for us, that he is going to come through for us, that he is with us, and that he is going to carry this emotional burden, this emotional stress and strain, even the things that we have to carry from day to day, from day to day. So I want to encourage you on today and to just let you know that you don't have to carry all of this alone. We have a burden bearer. God sees us. He sees the things that you are carrying mentally, emotionally from day to day. God sees. He sees what no one else sees. He sees what no one else sees. He sees what no one else claps for. He sees what no one else gives you praise for. He sees it all because he is the El Roi. He is the El Roi, the God that sees all, and he sees and he honors our love in motherhood and being a mom. He sees and he honors our love, our labor of love, and he's here. He wants to give us rest. He wants to give us rest for our souls. So we have to learn how to stop trying to fix. We have to learn how to stop trying to constantly carry and constantly strive. And we have to learn how to begin to constantly cast and give it all to Jesus so that we can have emotional rest, so that we can have emotional rest because he is the burden bearer. Comment below if this video resonated with you, and don't forget to subscribe, to like and subscribe, because on next week we will be talking about why you may be feeling spiritually dry and how to reconnect with God in your daily life and activity. Until next time, I will see you on the next video. Be blessed and be balanced.